Now a News 8 special report. A Lancaster County boy who has autism is using music to help him speak.
A News 8's Lori Burkholder reports.
H-O-N-Y. Yay! He's just fun, loving, he's always laughing.
Anthony Gleason is 7 years old.
He used to play, kick a ball around. He would say mom, dad, and he would say ball.
Not anymore. In fact, Anthony hasn't uttered one word since he turned 2.
I think around the age of 2 is when we realized that he wasn't progressing, he was regressing.
You can see how Anthony has changed by looking at this home video taken when he was just 1.5 years old. He reacts to his mother's call.
Anthony.
Even says Dada. But now?
Anthony. Anthony.
Anthony was diagnosed with autism, a developmental disorder that makes it difficult for him to communicate and interact with others.
The only thing I knew about autism was the movie Rain Man and how that guy was in that movie, and I cried for days because I had no idea what to do.
It was hard, real hard for us.
He's not aware of danger. He doesn't know, like, if he touches the stove, he could get burnt. He doesn't know that if he walks down the street, a car could hit him.
And if you notice by the way he holds his ears on this windy day, it bothers him.
Anthony doesn't hear like you or me. To you, I probably sound perfectly clear. You can understand everything I say. But to Anthony, I sound more like this. My words are distorted. They're not clear. So it's easy to see. This is all here. It's no wonder Anthony never learned to speak.
For Anthony to speak, the sky's the limit.
Anthony's grandmother, Teresa, is dedicated to helping her grandson. From special diets to vitamins, she thought she tried it all until a guest on the Today Show got her attention.
On the Today Show, they were promoting a book called Awakening Ashley.
When she heard how music helped an autistic girl named Ashley speak, this grandmother took action and in no time had a specialist on her way to Lancaster County.
This can make changes very quickly, I mean, even including the first day that they're doing it.
It was awesome. It was an awesome feeling to tell my son and his wife and their family that there may be some hope for Anthony.
We just can't wait. We hope everything, we hope it works.
Well, the ultimate goal, I'd love to see him say some words.
But will it work for Anthony?
We know the sound is there, it's just getting the words out, and I have complete faith that this is a miracle waiting to happen.
By training Anthony's ear to listen to specially designed music, will it help him speak? We followed him for several weeks and wait until you hear what happened.
Wow, Anthony is just finishing up the first of a 3-part treatment program. We will show you how he did and how the program works next Monday on News 8 at 11.
We wish him the best.
That was pretty remarkable for one time.
Now a News 8 special report on a Lancaster County boy with autism. Last week we introduced you to Anthony Gleason, who started using a special music program to help him speak.
Well, how did it work? News 8's Lori Burkholder has tonight's follow-up.
He's a 7-year-old boy full of smiles, but behind those giggles is a child fighting to be heard.
He wouldn't respond anymore to his name. He'd call him, and he wouldn't look. Anthony. Anthony.
Anthony Gleason is autistic, which means it's difficult for him to socialize and communicate. He hasn't spoken since he was 2, but this family is hoping to change that.
This can make changes very quickly, I mean, even including the first day that they're doing it.
Dr. Billy Thompson helps children just like Anthony through something called EnListen, a software program which uses music to train the ear.
Sometimes they're missing the fluency in language, so we've got to train them to pay attention to language and to organize it and be able to start to use it.
Here's how it works. Music which has been filtered is sent through a distributor to special headsets Anthony must wear for 2 hours a day for 2 weeks.
Drop.
While Anthony listens, his parents interact with him to increase learning and reduce the distortion Anthony typically hears.
A lot of kids have gone into mainstream. You know, I would say we're successful with 90% of the autistic children that we're working with.
After only 1 day, we could see a difference. A few weeks later, we checked to see how Anthony was doing and were surprised by his progress.
Set.
After 5 years, Anthony is starting to talk.
This past weekend, I was able to get him to say the word go like 10 times when I would say ready, set, and he would say go. And even just like the "g" sound, I was just like so amazed. Set. Set.
We noticed Anthony's attention span has also improved. He now looks at who's talking and often places his hands on faces to help him listen.
He's definitely responding more to when you call his name. He's starting to respond more to his brother a little bit more too.
But the best part so far is what happened one afternoon in Anthony's room.
And I sat down with him like, Anthony, we're going to go swimming. And he just looked at me like right in the eye, got up, walked over to his closet, peeped into his door, and pulled out his arm swimmies. And he's just like walked back over to me. He never did that before.
So he's getting it.
Say me.
Although he has a long way to go, Anthony is finally being heard in a way everyone can understand.
You know, now my expectations are like, wow, from this is 2 weeks, so a year from now, who knows where he could be.
In Lancaster, Lori Burkholder, News 8.
You know, that's remarkable for us to watch. Can you imagine being Anthony or his family?
Imagine how encouraged they are by this?
It's fantastic. Well, that is News 8's First 11 at 11.